Okay. Well, Scorpio, we have the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Interesting. So we have not only plans and thought, focused. This is real focus, serious kind of dedicated focus to what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. Now, this is very much to me focused on work, but your work is deeply rooted in that desire, that strong desire, and it's usually success. If you're talking about that kind of desire connected to money, you're really driven by success. And you're driven by the money that can come from success. But there's a serious devotion, a serious dedicated feeling down this path to success for you guys. And I like that kind of dual fire energy. It says you're really ambitious, you're really ready, and you're really fired up about going after something connected to work, connected to money, and connected to finance. Now let's look at your home and your personal life, Scorpio, sun, moon, rising. Again, I get the money thing. Now this time we've got money and we've got this energy that things are happening quickly. So through this passion, through this drive, through this energy and this ambition, that you're really going to get what it is that you want from your career. It crosses over into that home life, which I like because it says the money is showing up there. You know, and it's going to changes. If you're waiting for changes, those changes are going to happen pretty quickly. I think there's a solution if you're having a problem. If it's blocked energy, that will no longer be blocked. It feels like there's a very rapid transition from negative to positive in your home situation. Once this ambition, this drive of yours kicks into high gear and you're starting to see the fruits of your labor, I think that's when the money is going to show up. And that's when that feeling of security is really going to be there for you in your home space and in your private, your personal sector. Now, what is your primary focus? And I think we already know that. But here, right. The Three of Pentacles. Now, this is interesting. The Four of Swords. The first thing I got when I saw that combination was retirement. Someone is working diligently towards the ability to retire. And it feels very much to me like there are plans, but I don't know if you've been able to really solidify any of these plans right now because you're really kind of waiting for success to arrive. And so I think you're still in that place of envisioning, you know, just gazing into that horizon and, you know, wondering when the time of rest can be there. So someone has really put in a lot of their lives and now they're very focused on how to plan that smooth transitioning from work to rest. And to me, that's that retirement phase. I would say if you're very focused on finding the solution so that you can have your retirement and still have a successful amount of money coming in while you are resting on your laurels, I think that money is going to be there. I think you're working towards that security, but you have to maintain your focus. Keep working on it. That opening is going to be there for you. Stay focused on it and it'll be there. Now, the surroundings and those, you know, those people around you, the outsiders in your life. The Nine of Cups, interesting, interesting. And the Three of Wands. Some of you have kids. Now I'm going to tell you, if you have grown children, someone is wanting to cash in on some sort of benefit here. And this is not to slander your children in any way. I myself was a grown child at one time, but my parents didn't have success. I think because the Nine of Cups can talk about overindulgence. It can talk about having too much. It can talk about, in some ways, greed and gluttony and just having too much. And so I have to wonder if there's someone in your surroundings, again, a child, a friend, someone you work with, even an associate, who for some reason or another feels compelled to believe that your fortune or your well-being is their well-being. And that's why I get these greedy children in this card. And that's what I see here. In this depiction, the Nine of Cups, behind the fat man who's had his success and now he has it all, are these greedy little children who are kind of hoarding off of the wealth. And that's why I have to say, for someone, if you're planning retirement, there may be energies around you who are waiting for that growth, but they're not waiting for the growth for your happiness. They're waiting on the growth for their own happiness. There's a little bit of a greed factor going on here. I'm going to move on now. Let's look at what comes next. The Six of Cups, that's that family connection. And the Fool card. You know, I think whoever this is, whoever is going, yes, 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 this is me, you're ready. I'm going to say it may feel a little risky. You may not be exactly where you want to be financially. I think the beginning is good, but I think you're really saying to yourself, I'm ready. I'm ready to make the move. I'm ready to start. This is something I've never ventured out and done before. It's a feeling that I'm ready for. I've thought about it. I've longed for it for a great deal of time. And now I'm ready. I'm ready to take the chance. And that's what the Fool talks about here. He talks about stepping up, moving forward, and taking a risk. And so you may be really thinking you're ready. Now, what are your visions? What are the objectives? The Empress and the Two of Pentacles. Objectives, growth, fertile growth, expansion. With the Two of Pentacles, enough expansion to make everybody happy, to live a very harmonious life, to take care of all of the little sheep there. You see them all kind of waiting to graze off of what it is that you're balancing here. So the vision, the goal is to make sure that everyone is cared for in the situation, but you feels to me like someone has an energy on the outside that is really kind of not, they're not waiting their turn. They're kind of wanting to dive right into the chocolate cake, you know? They're really wanting to dig in to the good stuff, and they're not willing to wait. But there's growth, and there's potential, and there's balance coming. I think what some of you are dealing with at this time is this feeling that there's an outsider who sort of wants to have their cake and eat it too. That's the message. Okay, let's take a look at the culmination of the situation for this time period, if this is you. If this didn't speak to you, and they're not all going to do that, go over to my website, or rather my, pardon me, I'm losing track of thought. It's not good. Which tells me you may be distracted by something too at this period, but whatever. Watch out for those distractions. Don't take your eye off the ball. Stay focused. That's why I'm losing track, because I'm losing focus, and somebody is losing focus here. For some reason, this is the message. You've got to keep your eye on the ball here. Okay, so I'm going to take a clarification here. Check out your other signs, your moon, your rising, your Venus. They'll be here eventually during the week. Check those, because if this didn't make sense to you, it wasn't meant to. All right, let's see. I need 3 cards. Give me a culmination here. Il nemico, la costanza, and dottore. So for some of you, you are dealing with a need to retire for health issues. You're exhausted, some of you. Some of you waiting for this retirement are simply doing it because you're exhausted. You're tired of maybe competition at work. You're tired of disagreeable energies. And you're really kind of ready to put your head down and relax for a while. It's something you really kind of anticipated and wanted to do for a long time. But you have this disagreeable energy here. And that, for someone, is what you're dealing with right now. Is an energy of someone who is sort of growing impatient around the status of the growth. That may actually be your lack of patience too, and wanting to get to the good stuff, wanting to get to the chocolate cake. But you may have to wait a little while longer, Scorpio. Now, I'm going to go and take a look at your love life. I don't know if this is love. I really think this is really about somebody's success, the desire to walk free and sit on a pier with a fishing pole and a 6-pack of beer in a cooler, and do that every day for the rest of your life, because someone feels that they've earned it. And I get it. I understand it. I embrace it. But you're also aware that there's some impatience going on around you over this glance at the future.